I'm going to recap the ITA Kickoff weekend for Division One women's tennis, and I'll go by region, and I'll go over all the results. And I will not go over the specific who won the doubles point and the individual set scores, like one set in doubles and or two sets in, like best out of 2 out of 3 in singles, if not like straight sets. But you get the whole point. That would take way too long for this to do this for every match, let alone just the ITA Kickoff Weekend Championships. However, when I go over the National Indoor Championships next time, and which will be played in Seattle, I'll go over like the semifinals for both and the championship. So first, the North Carolina region, which they played Oregon and they beat them 4-0, and Kentucky and Charlotte were in that region as well, and Kentucky won that 4-3. The next day for both those teams, Charlotte beat Oregon 4-2, and North Carolina beat Kentucky 4-0. Now the Pepperdine region, and this is in no particular order on this. I'm just making it simple as possible. And Pepperdine played San Diego State. They won 4-0, and LSU Loyola Marymount University was also in the same region, and LSU won 4-0. San Diego State did defeat at Loyola Marymount 4-2, and Pepperdine defeated LSU 4-0. So now Iowa State was the host, but they were not ranked, and they lost to Old Dominion right off the bat 4-0. But when you look at the match, they only have 5 players healthy. Yeah, that's a problem. They're already down 1-0 when the doubles point starts. And then if you lose doubles, you're already down doubles point, you're down 2-0. And it was not a shock to see that happen. Old Dominion's a good team in the past. And Oklahoma State, that was in that region, played UCLA, and they won 4-3. But UCLA beat Iowa State 4-0. And Oklahoma State beat Old Dominion 4-0. So, not really shocking. I wouldn't have been shocked either way on Oklahoma State and UCLA. And it's a shame that one of those two teams was going to make the national indoors this year. I mean, now it's the Stanford region. Stanford played Colorado, 4-1 victory for Stanford. Maryland and UNLV was in the same region, but Maryland won 4-1, and Colorado beat UNLV 4-1, and Stanford beat Maryland 4-0. Now Virginia's region, they beat Texas Tech 4-1, while the number 20, of course, Georgia Tech and Wisconsin was in the region, and Georgia Tech won 4-3, and Wisconsin beat Texas Tech 4-2 the next day, and Virginia beat Georgia Tech 4-0. Now, Oklahoma region, they were hosting. They played UCF, a conference opponent for this year. They won 4-0, and Cal beat Illinois. That was also the same region as Oklahoma. They won 4-0. The next day, Illinois won 4-3. And Cal defeated Oklahoma 4-3. Now, NC State's region, they first faced Alabama. They won 4-0. Clemson beat Iowa 4-3. NC State beat Clemson, which is ironic because the head coach for Clemson was the Iowa State coach, and they played him in the Elite 8 match a year ago. And NC State won again, but 4-0. And Alabama beat Iowa 4-2. Now, Texas A&M region, Texas A&M played against Northwestern. They won 4-0, and TCU and Rice were in the same region. TCU won 4-1. And the next day, Northwestern beat Rice 4-3, and Texas A&M beat TCU 4-0. Now, the Tennessee region, Tennessee played Vanderbilt. They escaped with a win 4-3, while USC defeated Miami, Florida 4-2. And the next day, Vanderbilt beat Miami, Florida 4-0. And USC beat Tennessee 4-2. So that's an upset in that region. And now the Duke region. Duke beat Princeton 4-0. And Auburn beat Denver 4-0. But the next day, Princeton beat Denver 4-3. And Auburn beat Duke 4-2. Now the Michigan region. They first played against Utah. They won 4-0. And Arkansas and Purdue were in the same region. Arkansas won 4-3. But Purdue beat Utah 4-2, and Michigan beat Arkansas 4-0. Now, the Texas region, they first played Baylor. Texas won 4-0. And Florida State and SMU played against each other, and Florida State won 4-2. But clearly the next day affected both those two teams because Baylor beat SMU 4-1 and Texas beat Florida State 4-0. Now the Ohio State region. They first played against Notre Dame and they won and Ohio State won 4-0. Arizona State beat Kansas 4-2. That was in the same region. The next day Notre Dame beat Kansas 4-3 and Ohio State defeated Arizona State 4-0. Now the Florida region. They first played against Florida International University, FIU. Florida won 4-2. Now, San Diego and Wake Forest played against each other in that same region, and San Diego won 4-0. The next day, FIU beat Wake Forest 4-2. And then Florida beat San Diego, but it was 4-3. Now, the Georgia region. Georgia first played against South Florida as in USF. They won 4-0. South Carolina then played Arizona in that region and it was a 4-1 win for South Carolina. And Arizona beat USF 4-0, and Georgia beat South Carolina 4-1. So the national indoor team, the teams that make national indoors besides Washington to host, are Georgia, Florida, Ohio State, Texas, Michigan, Auburn, USC, Texas A&M, NC State, Cal, Virginia, Stanford, Oklahoma State, Pepperdine, and North Carolina. So that's just a recap of all this. So anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys later. On the road to 600 subscribers, of course, ultimate goal. It's 1,000 more, so make money off this. Of course, liking the video, comment the video. It really helps the YouTube algorithm so more people can see it. Sharing the video does help as well, so more people can watch. And if you're watching and not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It's free, the notification bell as well.